Have you ever noticed that your emotions start to change when you're around certain people? Or if your kids are driving you nuts and you're like looking at them going, well, I'm gonna kill you. Or you see other parents at the grocery store, especially me that works at the grocery store, and you're just looking at them going, oh, if that was my child, trust and believe that would not happen. We just start judging and start feeling some type of way because we let our emotions get the best of us. And we don't realize that we're letting that emotion get the best of us. And sometimes that's what triggers us to either be sad, unhappy, or mad. Because we, depending on the situation, we get our emotions are given away. And we gotta learn how to see that and feel that, our emotions, because sometimes our kids can trigger our emotions. They can end up causing us to be like this, or just want to end up going like this. Ugh, I give up, because they drive us nuts. Hi, welcome to Wisdom Talk. My channel is all about learning how to live a positive lifestyle and how to retrain your brain to think more positive. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you like this video, and if you're new and you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to the notification bell and see more videos just like this one. And one of the things that I've struggled with is exactly that, is realizing that I'm giving away my emotions and don't see that. And I started seeing that early on when I started realizing that I was doing that, because I work in retail, and I would constantly be like, oh, that kid just pissed me off. If that was my son, I would grab him by his neck and I would give him a good one. Or if I see a parent, I'm like, oh God, does she not parent? Like, is she low? Why is she letting her kid run around like that? Like, how does she think that's okay? And then I end up losing because they, A, don't care, and B, I'm the one getting mad over what? Over a situation that I had no control over in the first place. And I'm pulling my hairs going, why am I getting so upset? Time and time, sometimes that can happen to us. Like if you're in a group talking to other people, all of a sudden you're like, they stole your emotions. Learning first how to not give away your emotions is one of the key things that's also going to help you. So sometimes what I do when I start realizing that I'm doing that, I start going, whoa, I step back, and then I close my eyes, or I take a breather, and I go, okay, nope, they're not going to steal my joy. It's not going to steal my joy. And I start to retract, like, why am I getting so offensive? If they want to live that lifestyle, so be it. And I just mind my own business and just retrain my mind. Start thinking of something happy. I start listening to the Bible, or start listening to a good song, and I just start to focus on something good, and so I can get it out of my head that I was just in that thought and giving that emotion away to something negative. And a lot of times we do that. We do that with money when it comes to financial stuff. We do that with our eating habits. Some people have an eating disorder to where they overeat, and then they're crying 5 minutes later, and they're like, why did I eat that? I'm so fat. We do that with a lot of things. Or when we're talking to our friends and trying to tell them, oh, this is what I'm gonna do, and then they're like, no, you're not, because a lot of people are not gonna support what you do, and sometimes that can hurt our feelings. So we have to learn how to control our feelings and our emotions, and not to let it get the best of us. And one of the things that I learned that also that can help is by meditating and learning to do affirmations of meditation. Meaning, I always say, God, you have given me the privilege to live another day. You have given me the privilege to see another day, to be able to walk and breathe another day. And gratitude is the number one thing. If you learn gratitude, I guarantee you this is what's going to help you, and it's going to help you stay in a focused mindset. Next thing is learning gratitude. Gratitude for even just being grateful for having a water. Just learning to be grateful for the small things you have, because you want to be able to enjoy and be grateful for the things you have. Even though your job is not going so well, Start focusing on the positive things that are going well for your job. A, you receive a paycheck. B, sometimes you get to see the best people in the world. Your best friend may work with you. Like I have my best friend working with me at my job, and she is an amazing worker. And I also love that I get to see a lot and help out a lot of people. It's just something I love to do. I like to be able to help and see different faces because it's something new and not boring. And I also like working in the truck, sometimes in the back and receiving, because it helps me exercise. And I'm always to stay focused, and we listen to great music back there. And I'm just like, DJ Juan, turn on your music, and that's who does the music, and we just start working, and it's a good, fun environment. It may be work, and it may be stressful at times, because management can drive you nuts, but it's a good environment overall if you think about it in a positive aspect. Because if you just want to dwell on the negative points of things, you're never going to get nowhere. You're just always going to be stuck in the same mindset, and bad things are always just going to be what they are. So we want to get out of that. So one of the second thing is learning how to be grateful, gratitude for the small things, and gratitude for the big things that you do get. And one of the things that I always teach my friends is don't spend so much time living like the Joneses, because it's not gonna help you. Live the life that you're intended to live the way you want to live it. So what I mean by that is also, third is learning how to be happy within your own life. You may not have millions of dollars. You may not be wealthy and rich. You may have a child who drives you nuts sometimes. But learning how to parenting can be very hard. And trying to figure out what works best for you may not work best for me. It may not work best for her. Or it may work for you. Or it may work for somebody else. But it doesn't always work for everybody. You know, and that's one of the things that I always tell my friends is stop trying to live like this world, because you'll lose every time. And the world that you try to live in will eat you and spit you back out the same way. One thing that I always tell my friends is don't buy things that you can't afford. So I have a friend who's a chocoholic, and she's always buying expensive things. She bought a laptop, and then she posted that she bought this great laptop. And now she's struggling figuring out how to pay rent. Why? She can't enjoy the laptop now, because now she's like, oh crap, I overspent, so now I don't have enough money for rent. And that's how a lot of Americans live. We overspent, we over budget, we don't analyze what our priorities are, because we want to live this lifestyle that have it now, because that's what they tell you. Why wait? Have it now. It's not like you're going to have it later. It's on sale, and it's not going to be on sale tomorrow, so buy it now. But yet you buy it because it's on sale, but then you're like, oh, I forgot I got to pay this bill. Now I don't know how to pay it. And now you can't even enjoy what you bought because you're struggling figuring out how you're going to pay your bills, and then you start stressing, and then you start trying to figure out how to come up with this money, and it just spirals downhill. So I always say, if you want something, then save for it. A rich person doesn't get rich by spending money. A rich person gets rich by saving their money and putting it aside and turning it into more. A rich person doesn't just sit around and go, oh, I got $100. I'm going to spend all $100. And then expect the next day to still have $100. No. So be wise with your money. Always remember gratitude. And another thing is focus on things that make you happy. For instance, meditation is key. I always tell people, if you don't like to meditate, that's fine. Close your eyes and just listen to great music that you like, that makes you happy. So at the end of the day, whenever you had like a bad day or you unwind, the best thing to do is prayer, meditation, and that also helps you go into that gratefulness and start triggering your mind to go back to that. Tell yourself affirmations. That's also really helpful, because affirmations will help. And when you're going crazy like this and you just want to pull your hairs, and take a step back. Maybe eat your favorite ice cream or your favorite treat and relax. Watch your favorite movie. Try to get things off your mind, off that negative aspect. And whenever you realize that they're stealing your thunder, your joy, try to put a stop to it and be like, no, that's not going to happen. And try to change your tune. Because as soon as you join their mesh, their attitude, yeah, you lost. I hope these tips help you guys. And I hope I'll see you guys soon. And I'll talk to you guys later. Hasta luego.